So I got this comment a little while ago about the supernatural. There's like a different Facebook post I put about, and the supernatural, in my opinion, is just like just going beyond what you think is possible, and you know, proving yourself that what you can do, and not trying to prove anyone wrong. It's just like taking an example of like a ghost or something. Like in my opinion, I mean, I can kind of see the spectrum of or the entity of a ghost realm, but when I think to an extreme level like that, and it just makes me look like a crazy person, and other people just find that just ridiculous. I don't like to think like that. The way I like to think about it is like taking chunks at a time, and you know, explain on a smaller level, and not going to the extreme. Because I think if you focus on the extreme um, without explaining well at chunks at a time, then you're going to be ridiculed, in my opinion. And that's why I think it's very important to keep things as simple as possible, chunks at a time, where you know details, like simple details, step by step. And that's how I relate with the running aspect. Like I work one step at a time. I don't want to go to an extreme level on the spectrum and where it will hurt people morally or physically or anything like that. But it's interesting to think about. Like it scares me to think on a supernatural level right away, because I just don't think that's um, the best solution for everyone to think. It's always, I want to think rationally myself. I want to think just the way the world works right now. Just focus on what's the moment you're in right now. Because if you try to change people and you try to change people on an extreme level like that, I just don't think it's not safe, in my opinion. It's not good for your spiritual health, and you know you got to do stuff that's like, it's okay to believe in stuff like that. Like, I can kind of believe in ghosts, not fully, but I can get a sense of how to believe them. But it's important. It's also important just to spend time with people that you enjoy, like going to activities or sports or stuff like that. That's why I stick with the sports realm. I don't like to go into that spiritual, demonic possession crap like that. Because and another thing, like between the religious aspect, I believe in religious positive things like that. I don't like to think like you're gonna go to hell if you do stuff bad, or you know stuff like that. I just like to I focus on stuff like music that's uplifting, like Christian music. I like Christian music, but I don't like to think like only Christian people have to listen to Christian music like that. I don't like to believe that. I don't believe in that. I think people, Christian music, anyone can listen to Christian music. I listen to other music. Like, yeah. But it's interesting to think about. It's a scary concept to think like that. But I think it's just something that something that's interesting people, you know, that I think should consider thinking about. Again, I don't want this video to change anyone or anyone's way of thinking, but I think it's just a message that I like to share out there. Don't like to change the way people think, because everyone has their opinion. Everyone has their opinion, and that you should never. I don't think anyone should change it the way they should be, how they are right now. As long as they're not hurting anyone, and as long as they're, you know, being able to understand each other the best they can, that's the best way to go. So I think, you know, just stay. try to be as relevant as you can. And if it's too supernatural, don't go to the extreme yet. Focus on chunks at a time.